Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm sure by the title you guys can see what we are getting ourselves into today. I wanted to go ahead and film my first Valentine's Day makeup tutorial. So for my first one, I just wanted to go for like a traditional rosy, glam, pink Valentine's Day look. And it was actually my first time using some new products that I literally fell in love with. I'm obsessed with the way that this look came out. So anyways, we're just gonna go ahead and jump on into the video. If you would like to see how I created this look, then go ahead and keep on watching. So first off, I'm gonna start off by taking the Benefit Porefessional primer. I don't think I've ever actually used this one. I've used like the matte one. See, I literally just bought this. So I'm just gonna take some and put that all over my face. I've heard a bunch of good things about this primer. I feel like, obviously I'm super late on this primer. It's nothing new. The only thing I don't know how I feel about this primer is it's silicone based, so I feel like you don't really feel it after you rub it into your skin. So I'm like, okay, is it all over my face? And then next, I'm gonna be taking a foundation that broke my heart a little bit and made my bank account scream. So I'm gonna be taking the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. I think that's what it's called. It's a long name, I know that. Wee, got it in my nail. Oh my god, it's all stuck in there now. What am I doing? I don't know why I just put that all over my hand and tried to apply that like a primer. So it's a lot more watery than I remember it being when I sampled it. I'm over here talking about how expensive this foundation is and I'm over here making a mess of myself. Anyways. Well, this foundation is definitely full coverage like it claims to be. I will say that. I definitely think next time I'll try to use a brush. But for now, I couldn't find my foundation brush, so this is what I'm using. And I use the shade FIJI, by the way, for anybody who cares. The next, I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer, Multi-Use Sculpting. Actually, I lied, I'm going to clean up my brows first. So I'm going to be using the Decay All-nighter Concealer. To be honest, this was like the first high-end concealer I bought, and I think it creases under my eyes. Maybe, I don't know. I've been trying to use eye cream to where I don't crease as much. But yeah, it kind of creases, but it's not that drying. But I only bought this one, to be honest, because it was 50% off at Ulta at the time, so I got it for like 15 bucks. So it was like, and let me just try it out. So I just like take a tiny little brush and I like put it where the concealer like hangs out on the wand, or sometimes I'll just take the brush out and just get a little bit off of it like that. And then I just like to go under my brow before I go in with concealer all over and clean it up. And you can actually skip this step. I just do it because I'm in the process of trying to let my eyebrows grow back so I can reshape them, because my shape was getting a little off and they were getting way too thick with 3 C's. And yeah, so I like to shape them out. This foundation shade is literally like a perfect match. I'm really pale right now that I'm literally using one that says light. But your girl's not even in the medium shade. Like, this Mexican needs some sun. So now I'm gonna be going in with the Too Faced concealer. And this is one that I honestly was trying to get my hands on for such a long time, and Ulta never had the shade I wanted, because I was trying to get the shade Vanilla, and Ulta literally, at least my Ulta, never had it. So yesterday I went to a different Ulta and they had so much more product, like of literally everything, and they had more brands too. So I'm gonna take this under my eyes. And normally I would put the concealer on my eyelids as well, to use it just when I'm having like a normal natural makeup day or whatever, to put it on my eyelids to make the tones look more even. But today, since I'm doing eyeshadow, I'm gonna actually be using eyeshadow primer, because I'm gonna be using the James Charles palette. And yeah, so I'm gonna be using eyeshadow primer instead of concealer, just because I've heard it works better. I've never used a palette, so I actually can't really speak on it, but we'll see. And I feel like this concealer looks darker when you first apply it, but as you blend it out, it looks brighter. But I do think it's literally darker than the foundation, so that's cool. But see, like in the camera, it doesn't look as dark as it does in person. It actually looks like it's highlighting, so hopefully. Another thing I like about this concealer so far is that it doesn't dry very fast, at least in my opinion, because I've had some concealers, literally I cannot let them sit at all whatsoever because they're gonna be dry, and I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, this concealer, you can definitely let it sit for a little while and it's not gonna literally dry the hell out. So I'm actually gonna go in and bake the concealer. And basically what baking is, if you don't know what it is, you're just gonna set your makeup with powder, but you're gonna grab like a bunch of powder and just let it sit there for a while, let it melt in your skin. And usually it just helps with allowing your foundation and your base makeup to last longer. This foundation looks really good, like I literally can't get over it. And then all over the rest of my face, I'm just gonna set it using the okay, I'm childish. I'm just setting the rest of my face using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. But honestly, this foundation seems like you don't even have to set it because it's not like completely matte, but it's pretty damn matte. I'm just gonna dust that baking powder away. Then I'm gonna go in with my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows and then I'll be right back. So now to add some color back to my face because I am pale as hell, I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild contour palette. And as you can see, this side keeps breaking on me and I don't know why, but it's really making me mad because it's a really good banana powder. So anyways, I'm gonna be just using this to contour and bronze my face at the same time. And I'm also gonna take that same powder to contour my nose. And this brush is a Morphe M524. I don't know if they still make this brush, but I like this one for contouring. And literally, ever since I started contouring my nose, like, I can't go without it. Like, I used to forget sometimes whenever I started doing it, and now, like, there's no forgetting, because there's just no going back. I feel like contouring your nose is almost equivalent to doing your brows. Like, it just frames your face. So normally, I would go in, clean up my contour, do my highlight, blush, clean off the powder that I'm baking underneath to clean it up. But since I'm going to be doing my eyes and I know it's probably going to take me a while, I'm just going to go ahead and do my eyes and then I'll come back to do that later because I just don't want the powder sitting on my face for like too long. So I am going to be taking the Morphe eyelid primer, the Morphe eyelid primer, and I'm going to be taking that all over my lids just to prime my eyes for the look. And you can see that even using this primer, I'm actually kind of shook because I didn't even notice the first time I used it. Well, you can see that it kind of has like a little bit of a tint to it because my eyelids don't have as much color to them. You can't see the veins as much anymore. So like I said earlier, I'm going to be taking the Morphe x James Charles collaboration palette. So I'm going to be taking this shade right here, which is called Love That. And then I'm going to be taking this shade all over my crease. Oh wow, she's pigmented. Let me zoom in so you guys can see the eye better. So I did not set my eyelid before going in with the shadow, and that's because I want the pigment to hold on as much as it can. So I'm just going in and packing on Love That onto my crease with a Makeup Shack T68, by the way, and I'm just packing it in and then I'm slowly blending it as I'm packing it in. But I'm not going to blend this shade up too much because I am going to go in with another color. But I do want to get it blended out a little bit. Then I'm going to be going in with the shade right here next to Love That, which is Pinkity Drinkity. And I'm taking a Morphe E13 and then I'm going to go in and just blend that in with Love That I have in the crease. And normally I would go in with the lighter shade first to use that as a transition shade, but I wanted Love That, the darker deep pink, to hold on more. So that's why I went in with that one first and just use this one to blend out. And it looks like this shade, you do have to pack it on a little bit more to get more color out of it. Or maybe it's just close to the color of my eyelid, but I'm pretty sure you have to pack more on. Then I'm going back with the Makeup Shack T68 that I used for the first shade, and I'm just using that to blend out some more. And now I am going in with a little bit more of the shade Love That, just to kind of build up and deepen that color some more. And this one I'm just being careful of keeping it more just in the crease this time as opposed to blending up. Then I'm going to be tapping into this shade here, which is called Boutique. And I'm going in with my Makeup Shack T4 brush for that one. And I'm just starting that one in the outer corner. And I am taking this shade about a third way in of my eyelid while I'm also patting it on first. And then I'm also going to use this same brush and just slowly blend it in. And then I'm just going to slowly start sweeping it into the crease. I'm actually going to take a Makeup Shack T73 brush. This one has more of a smaller penciled pointed end. And I'm still going in with the shade Boutique, but I just want to pack it more onto my lid. I feel like that other brush wasn't really packing it onto the actual lid. And I am just swiping it into the crease to create more dimension and depth. And with this one, I'm also not trying to bring it too up as I swipe it into the crease. I'm just trying to keep it lower in the crease because I'm going to be doing a cut crease. Then I'm going to be going in back with my Makeup T68 that I used for my first original shade, just to help kind of blend that out. I'm not adding more color, I'm just using the same brush going back to blend. This palette, like honestly, these shades are amazing. Like it blends out so beautifully. Then for the cut crease, I'm just going to be putting a little bit of that eyeshadow primer on the back of my hand. I'm going to go in with the same brush that I used to carve out my brow, which is the Morphe M213, and it's a super, super tiny little brush. And I'm going to go in with this brush just so I know that I'm going to get a more precise cut. So first I like to look straight ahead and then look down, tap it, open my eye, and then it gets just as high as I need to go since I have kind of somewhat hooded eyelids. But yeah, I like to do that trick because I really don't think there's nothing worse than doing your eye makeup and then you can't even see everything. So that's just gonna help to make sure that you can see your whole look when you're looking straight ahead. And I'm just sweeping that about 2/3 of the way in. So next I'm gonna be going in with this shade right here next to Boutique, which is called Shook. And you guys, let me tell you, when I swatched this shade, I was shook. So it's literally the perfect name. And I'm gonna be placing this one in the middle of the lid. So this one's gonna blend in with Boutique. And I just wanna use this brush, oh this is Morphe G20 by the way, to kind of make sure that the cut crease stays clean. But now I'm gonna go in over that with my finger and just pat it in. I've always found it best that foil shades usually look 10 times prettier when you pack them on with your finger. But to keep the cut crease clean, that is why I want to go in with the brush first. Then I'm going to be going in with this shade, which is called Sister. I'm going to try to pack it on, but I have nails, so I don't really know how well it's going to work. So far it's okay, but I'm going to have to use a brush to get further into my lid. So I'm just taking a smaller brush to get in there. And that is pretty much it for the eyes right now. Totally kidding about being done with the eyes. So I'm going to be taking Love That on the underneath of my eye on the lower lash line. Then with the smaller brush, which is a Morphe MB26, as you can see, this is literally the tiniest brush ever. I'm going to be going in with just the outer corner, putting Boutique. So now I'm going to be going in and I'm going to be cleaning up my contour, doing my highlight and my blush, just finishing up the face. So I'm just going to be taking my wet beauty blender and the Coty Airspun powder to clean up my contour. And while I let that sit and bake to clean up, I'm going to be taking the Morphe and Bretman Rock highlighter collaboration palette. And I'm going to be taking the shade that obviously I use all the time, which is called Maui. And I'm going in with the fan brush and just brushing that onto the highest point of my cheeks. I'm actually obsessed with this highlighter, and I already hit pan pretty badly, so I'm gonna be really sad when it runs out because this was just in a limited edition kind of thing, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna be really sad when this runs out. Then I'm going to be going in with my Tarte Amazonian clay. And this one's called Party. Literally the only blush like I have. I don't know, I guess I just never really branched out and tried to buy blushes, but this is like one of like the 3 that I have. But I just really like the color of it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and dust all of this powder off and then set my face. And to set my face, I'm gonna be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. And while my face is still kind of wet, I'm going to be taking my Morphe M501 and just adding a little bit more highlight to just make it pop. And after I do my highlight again, I like going in and spritzing my face once more just to make sure, since I added more product, that it will stay longer. Okay, so now I'm just going to be dipping into the palette once more. I'm going to be taking the second shade from the top, and that one is called Ring Light. And I'm just going to dip my brush into it. And then I'm going to just take a spray, spritz that real quick, and then I'm going to be using that on the inner corner of my eye. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and pop on some mascara, some lashes, and then I'll be right back to finish up the look with the lip. So for my lip combo today, I'm going to be taking these 2 here, which has pretty much been my go-to. So it is the NYX. So this is one of the NYX lip liners, and this is in the shade Nutmeg. And then this is a MAC bullet lipstick, and this one is the matte Honey Love. And honestly, another thing I forgot to tell you guys, so I actually got this as for the primers, and so it's actually a normal size and a baby like mini travel size, and I actually got these for $31, and I know that the normal size Porefessional normally retails for $32, so I actually got a normal and a baby for $1 cheaper. So I got these from Ulta, so if you want to head to your like nearest Ulta and try to find these, honestly this was such a good deal, and I'm glad that I got it because I'm obsessed with this primer now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial of this Valentine's Day glam look. I'm definitely going to be filming some more Valentine's Day tutorials, but I just wanted to get this one done first and go for like the traditional rosy glam look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I really enjoyed playing with the James Charles palette, and I cannot wait to continue playing with it. I am so excited. They blended so well. The colors are so freaking pigmented. So yeah, I can't wait to play with that palette some more. I definitely plan on filming an all drugstore makeup tutorial for Valentine's Day, so stay tuned for that one. And so you don't miss it, make sure that you hit subscribe down below if you're not subscribed to me already, and also hit the notification bell on the side, that way you don't miss when I upload a new video. You can also keep up with me on all my other social medias, which are Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram, and those are going to be linked down in the description box as always, so don't forget to check that out if you'd like to see more from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye my loves. And I'm gonna be taking